To Arts Longview. Join us on a journey through the pine curtain to Longview.
Sidewalk at an East Texas park has become the canvas for an artist who creates mandalas in chalk. The artist behind the brightly colored drawings didn't sign the work.
The mystery artist is Lakey the Poet, and he hails from Austin. But he's really Joshua Hinson, and he went to school in Longview.
And just went, oh my gosh. It was the most beautiful piece of chalk art I had ever seen.
She took a picture, posted it, and Lakey contacted Kim. And this time, the public added to his art. And just how long has Lakey the Poet been spinning around as a human compass?
Yeah, it's pretty new, about a week.
Well, that was the beginning, but there may not be an end to it.
And then police were called, and Lakey was taken into custody.
A place where freedom of expression in all art forms is encouraged.
Longview High School graduate and Texas artist Joshua Lakey Hinson. He was arrested Wednesday for encumbering a sidewalk.
I'm in a cultural arts district has cemented our arts organizations with a unity of purpose. Arts Longview has become an arts family. Come join our family.
Hinson ended up pleading no contest to the charge.
As he puts it, in the interest of justice, went ahead and filed a motion for dismissal of those charges.
I get arrested for creating art in that district.
Ah, the life of a suffering artist.
There's all kinds of people that don't look perfect that are happy to try to contribute beauty out there in the world.
We want to see that.
Even though chalk may be something temporary, one thing for sure won't be disappearing anytime soon.
I plan on creating more and standing up for anyone else who wants to create and hopefully inspire more people to do that.
Hinson has joined recent peaceful protests in support of racial harmony and against police brutality.
There's never been a better time. Now's the time for Longview.
A local artist in Longview was outside of the courthouse writing Martin Luther King Jr.'s famous "I Have a Dream" speech right here in this sidewalk when some people came and washed it away.
There was a meeting of Confederates at the Confederate Monument, and it being so close to Martin Luther King Day, it felt really disrespectful.
Lakey Hinson decided to express his feelings about Dr. King the best way he knows how, through art.
A Confederate walked by and said, "You're not coming out here to start trouble, are you, boy?" Things sort of hinting that there was going to be some violent response to it.
But that didn't stop Hinson.
And I just kept writing.
Hinson shared his experience on social media, and the community came together to support him.
If more of us regular people would just speak up, even when it's a little bit uncomfortable, it would give other people bravery to stand up. To be big on getting rid of Confederate statues, it just seemed like a symbolic move. Yet here in Longview, Confederates have resorted to assault and harassment multiple times without consequence, even when caught on camera. The same police department that has given me a cavity search and locked me up over sidewalk chalk has turned a blind eye to the unexcusable behavior of the Confederates. I can only imagine the injustices that have befallen those who have not been given the voice that I've been given. Every year on or right after MLK Day, Confederates celebrate Confederate Heroes Day on the courthouse grounds. Before Chelsea Laurie made a stand, these gatherings used to have well over 100 people. Confederates would shoot their guns, spread their misinformation, fly their flags, and claim their flags are more legitimate than the U.S. flag, all while getting free promotion to do so on our courthouse grounds. If you're a little white boy seeing this massive monument that towers over the World War II monument, hedges around it, preventing people from getting too close, the words "Our Confederate Heroes" etched into stone, and how it's given adoration, who wouldn't be proud of that heritage? It's empowering if you're a child ignorant of history. I know some Confederates that have uplifting, humorous, even kind dispositions, some that will swear they're not racist, some that would give the shirt off their back and cook a meal for a black person in need. But if they took a second to read Alexander H. Stephens' cornerstone speech, it makes the racism impossible to deny. The cornerstone of the Confederacy rests upon the great truth that the Negro is not equal to the white man, that slavery, subordination to the superior race, is his natural and normal condition. A stark contrast to the Declaration of Independence, which states, We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by the Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We have preachers, city officials, judges, small business owners, and police officers holding positions of power and influence who hold their tongues against these anti-American sentiments. This sets a poor example to everyone in the community and teaches our children being a hypocrite is okay, or that children grow up to be so sickened with the hypocrisy that they just leave. We should not forget that Robert E. Lee said, "I think it wiser not to keep open the sores of war, but to follow the examples of those nations who endeavored to obliterate the marks of civil strife, to commit to oblivion the feelings engendered." I urge anyone who hears this to sign the petition Chelsea Laurie started 2 years ago to remove the monument. If we fail, I fear it will be put yet another stamp of approval on this unacceptable behavior. Thank you.
Texas to come forward to lead us in the pledge to the United States flag. Flag pose right here. I salute the Confederate flag
with affection, reverence, and undying devotion to the cause for which it stands.
This is the charge of the Confederate veterans. To you, sons of Confederate veterans, we submit the vindication of the cause for which we fought. To your strength will be given the defense of the Confederate soldier's good name, the guardianship of his history, the emulation of his virtues, the perpetuation of those principles he loved and which made him glorious, and which you also cherish. Remember, it is your duty to see that the true history of the South is presented to the future generations. Lieutenant General Stephen Dill Lee, Commander General, United Confederate Veterans, New Orleans, Louisiana, 1906.
This will weave art into the fabric of the community instead of having it over in a gallery or over in a museum. If the artists will unite, it will be for the benefit of the community as well as the artist.
The time for Longview is now.
The time for Longview is now.
The time for Longview is now.
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 The Longview community, including city leaders, encourage his art, his voice, and his words.
You're the idiot. Go back to Chicago, where you came from, where people love bums.
Chicago?